What is up, guys? Welcome to another Mukbang car
in
edition.
the car Mukbang edition.
I don't know why we just kind of feel better doing them in the car rather than doing them at home. Although we like doing them at home too. But today,
But then our phone gets cold.
That is true. By the time we get home, it's not the same. What are we doing today, babe?
Today, this video is sponsored by T-Mobile. Literally.
I mean, literally, it is sponsored by T-Mobile. Hold on, let me move this a little bit. I feel like it's a little too high. What do you guys think? Good? So, if you don't know, if you have the T-Mobile app, T-Mobile sends perks. And this
weekly perks on
weekly perks. And this perk includes a movie, which we will be watching, which is Ballerina. It's part of the John Wick series. It includes a Burger King Whopper Jr. and some WINGSTOP. So the WINGSTOP is buy 10 wings, get 10 wings free. And you can do boneless or bone-in. We did bone-in because we like the traditional ones. But for the Burger King, it was buy $1
or more.
Yeah, so we got... we took advantage and we got a drink each. Made it a little large because we're going to be eating wings. And then we got you get a free Whopper Junior. And 40 wings, guys. Let's see if we can 40 wings
in 1 minute.
Because obviously 20 or 10 plus 10 for me and then the 20 for Pete. So our goal is to eat them all in 3 minutes. I'm just kidding. I don't even think I would be able to eat the 10. Like, nonetheless, like 20. So we do have lunch and dinner. So we are parked outside the theater because we're gonna go in at 6, which is like an hour or so. But yeah, let's go ahead and show you.
We haven't had lunch yet.
No, he had breakfast. Well, no, yeah, I had a little tiny Chick-fil-A sandwich just to kind of calm my hunger.
Don't sleep on the T-Mobile Tuesday, T-Mobile Life coupons, guys, because a lot of movies lately we've been getting them. They give you like a $5 coupon, and then your ticket comes out to $5 through the Atom ticket app.
Yeah,
and they're all like current movies. You know, Mission Impossible 3.
Whatever. And we love it because we like coming to the movies. Oh, that's right. We got Mission Impossible when we got, right? Also? Or was it no? It was something.
We didn't get it because that's when all the families.
Oh, yeah.
We missed that one because of family stuff, but
they did send it.
Yeah. But, yeah, there's always movies.
Yeah.
If they could give us one a week, we'd be in heaven.
I don't know, at least 2 a month. So we come to the movies every week.
It's getting windy, guys. That's all. Like, what is that noise?
My mustache, my beard. One thing that I hate about... I love my beard and I love my mustache, but one thing that I hate about the beard is that the food gets stuck in it. Like, so he's always telling me, hey, I
don't ever want to be rude. Be like, you have food in your... But I'm like, looking at him and he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, you have something.
He just stares at it.
Because it's usually when he's eating, I don't want to be like interrupting him and not enjoy his food. Unless we're in public.
Yeah. Yes. Wait.
Oh, sorry.
There's something about the Burger King burgers that are really, really... I think it's
the charcoal. Or whatever they use.
The charcoal. Are you sure that's Dr. Pepper?
Oh. This is a Coca-Cola on yours.
Yeah. Okay, now the wings. Let's take these out. I got half and half. I got half original and half honey something rub. Honey.
So is that the one that we got last time?
I think they were.
We always end up getting a flavor and then we can't remember what it is. So we're like, crap.
So it's this, but like
I was like,
double.
where's mine? But it's over here. Okay, so okay. They divided the 10, so 5 of one flavor, 5 of one, and then 5 of 5. I thought there was all one flavor and one thing. So I got the traditional buffalo, That's my favorite one. And a spicy Korean.
The spicy Korean is so good. It's one of my favorites. And you know, the original one, I think it's like the go-to. If you don't know which one to get, it's always the go-to, especially they're from WINGSTOP. We were gonna get some fries, but I feel like this is already a lot of food.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm glad we didn't.
Don't sleep on the fries on WINGSTOP because they have the best. Well, not the best, but really good fries. But they do have the best ranch. I feel like their ranch is, I don't know what it is about it, and I really love it. My baby usually gets the honey mustard.
Yeah, I always get the honey mustard for the fries. I don't really particularly care to dip my wings in anything, but today I will. But normally I just like to dip them for the, use the dip for the fries. I love flats, guys. If I should have just told them, can I get flats? So good. Can you see that? These are the spicy Korean, and then these are the buffalo.
Yummy.
When I was younger, guys, I wouldn't like to eat the little ends, like the little carnita at the ends. But now I kind of gnaw at it.
Well, when I first met you, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't eat them.
I would like clean the bone, but I mean, I would take off the chunk, all the meat, but I wouldn't chew on the little.
What is you guys' favorite flavor from WINGSTOP? I've always been curious. I would never get it probably.
Like the spicy.
But I've always been curious about the atomic or like the it was like the one like the spiciest one. Just to kind of get my
tried it?
Yeah, but I don't know if I would.
The spicy Korean is so good. It's like sweet, but then it gives you that little kick.
You want to try one of the honey rub ones? There's a flat right there.
Yeah, I'll get it right now. Thank you.
So, quick little random update on our house. We haven't had hot water in our house for almost a month. It's been almost a month. So we've been showering with cold water, which down here in Texas, cold water isn't really cold.
Or at the gym.
Or at, well, we've been showering at the gym, yeah. For the most, well, lately we've been showering for sure at the gym because I had to turn off the heater, the water heater because it was leaking. So
so much drama, guys, at the house with that stupid water heater.
We've been so stressed with that, plus other stuff happening.
Mind you, since a lot of stuff was going on with family, work, and then we've been trying to get in contact with like 5 different plumbers, and nobody ever came through. And then we were waiting on some people and waiting on this, and finally somebody came through. Thank
God he came through.
I was getting so ticked off.
And even him, the day that he was supposed to go, he didn't go. So I called him, he didn't answer. I messaged him the same day because we really needed it. And yeah, he went that afternoon, but or the day after. But it was so stressful simply because when it was 3 in the morning, or 2:30, 3 in the morning, when Pete woke me up because
I had already been up for like 20 minutes. Couldn't fall asleep. I heard all this water. And then I'm like, what is that noise? I thought it was raining. And then I was like, you just kind of heard like, I'm like, that doesn't, and I checked the window. I'm like, okay, it's not raining. I ignored it. Thought maybe it's like the pipes or something. Whatever. And I couldn't fall asleep, and I started trying to figure out where the noise was coming from. And he was snoring so loud, like he was like dead asleep, enjoying his sleep. And I was like, I don't know if I should wake him up, but something told me, wake him up because something's wrong. And sure enough, he got up. He was like, what happened? And I'm like, well, this and this. Went to go outside.
We could hear like bubbling.
Yeah.
So from the ceiling, we could hear bubbling. And I was like, as soon as he woke me up, maybe 5 minutes in, not even, the ceiling started leaking. So there's the small hallway, there's the guest bathroom, then there's one of the guest bedrooms, which we use as a cat room. Right in the entrance of the guest bedroom, there's a fire alarm, fire detector thing. So it was leaking through there. All of a sudden, because coincidentally the heater's like right on top of that, and that's when I was like, "Oh shoot!"
That, on top of that.
Right there. So
It's in our attic, by the way.
the worst place that you can put a water heater, it's in our attic. All this time, because there was no need for us to go up there or to check it or whatever. So all this time since we moved in, and we've been living there since 2018, I thought that we had a tankless water heater. This is how long it's been that we didn't even need to check it. It wasn't until that it wasn't working that I went to go check it. And I
We
was like,
went up there
what the
only
heck?
one time, I think, but it had been several to restart the flame or whatever you want to call it. Well, that was like 2020.
But that wasn't even us that did it. It was somebody else. It was one of there was the neighbor. So he helped us.
That's true.
Otherwise, I would have known that we didn't have a tankless water heater.
And then there was was all this drama that night. Oh my God! Excuse me. Do you want one of these? Well, then I went outside to go shut off the water main, and all this water was like leaking. I guess what it was like draining from the pipe in the attic down to the outside, like the exit or exits out or whatever.
I didn't get to see it, but he said it was flooding.
It was so. I was like, oh my God! It was like a puddle. It literally sounded and looked like somebody opened a faucet and was just like it was just pouring and pouring. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I was like, we took forever.
But before that, we had the water.
Good, by the way.
These are true. We had the. I guess the water started accumulating because I had the water heater off, so there was no. I guess there was no pressure for it to go, or it wasn't like releasing anything. So it got all this pressure. So the pipes on top where like you connect the hot water and the cold water, it was leaking from the top part. But I didn't know that you also had, aside from turning off the power, like in the breaker, that you also had to turn off the water valve that's on top of the heater. I didn't know this, so it wasn't until that. Well, we went up there, whatever. Then I kind of did some stuff, and then that was that same night. And I told Peter, okay, turn the water back on, see if something will do. As soon as he turned it back on, and not even like 5 minutes in, it started leaking again. I was like, oh shoot! So I googled everything. I don't know why I didn't Google that I had to turn off the valve. So I switched the valve on top, and then that's what did it. But that also messed up with the shower water pressure. So it was for like a week or a week and a half. We had been showering at the gym. Well, my babe was showering at my.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
literally, the water was like deep, deep, deep. And now I'm trying to shampoo my freaking afro hair over here.
The times that we were doing, and it's like if you like somebody was like pouring water from like a little spout, but it was like not coming out completely. So I showered, and then I told him, we're gonna have to like find a way to kind of rinse our whole body, which we did. And that was the only time that we showered at home, and then we were showering at the gym. I was showering at the gym. He was showering at my mother-in-law's house, and it was crazy because I feel like if it hadn't been for that, I would have been like, okay, we can wait a little longer for the plumber. But I hate that I can't wash dishes with hot water. So that's one thing. Plus, when we do laundry, we like using hot water. Otherwise, I feel like our sheets aren't clean because we have white sheets. And then we have the towels and the blankets that we use are like the little throws or whatever, because we have the cats on there as well. So my baby likes to wash them like continuously just so that everything's clean at home. Mm-hmm. So it was that I was like, okay, we need the hot water, and it's too much. Yeah, and I feel like because everything that we were going through as far as like it was from work and family stuff, and I feel like this was kind of added to the stress that we didn't need. So when the plumber went, well, we called a different company, and the company was going to charge us like $1,600. No, the girl said, it's over $1,600 because it's in your attic. And I was like, oh, girl, what? So I said, she's like, and that's including the water heater. That's including the water heater. I was like, yeah, no. I was planning on buying my water heater with the Home Depot card, obviously, because you can pay that in payments rather than paying it all together. So I did that, and then I went online and I looked, or I asked for help on Facebook. One of my friends suggested this plumber, his was like a fraction of a price, which is like.
And he was really like clean because sometimes you hire people and they're not very careful with certain stuff.
Mm-hmm.
From the looks of it looks like he was pretty clean.
He swept and everything afterwards himself.
Oh, see?
Mm-hmm. That's what the broom was there. And then after they left, I finished cleaning and I kind of vacuumed and stuff. But yeah, he did a pretty good job. He was a good plumber, so
nice.
we're gonna keep him in our contact info because we don't like working with many people. In the sense of like when it comes to something specific, we like to work like with one person because we already know how they work. So I want to do that. But he was quick too.
Was there like what, like 2 hours?
2 hours
or so.
I was trying to drain the water heater because all this stuff I didn't know. I didn't know you had to drain the water heater, for it to come down or whatever. But I couldn't unlock our water hose from from the faucet in the
Lori was telling
outside.
me that the guy told Frank, my brother-in-law, that now that they have the new water pump, that every 6 months you should be draining the thing, and so that way the calcium doesn't build up so quickly.
Oh,
I don't know how true that is, but that's what they told him.
It's true. I didn't know that you have to do that, and you do have to do that. So it can kind of last longer. Yeah. So people put it and they'll release it, and then they'll let it fill up again, which is something that I had no idea of. I mean, we were gonna get a tankless water heater. We figured it's in the attic. Might
as well invest into it.
Like $2,000.
Apart, tell him what he told you he had to do. That was a problem, I think.
We had to add 4 different breakers or 4 different switches to the breaker. I don't think the breaker has enough that. And he had to add some other different stuff, like to kind of like
wiring
mount it and the wiring. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna stick to this. And the water heater has 6-year warranty. Hopefully by then we'll be renting the house and we won't have to be living there or whatever. But I mean, we take care of the house. Period. It's just that was just in particular kind of stressed me out. I'm not good with stuff like that and like stress wise, so I try to avoid having to deal with it, and it was a little stressful. Although I was trying not to get in a bad mood, because I get in a bad mood really easily when it comes to stuff like that. But I was calm, right, babe? She's like, sure.
Mind you, this is all happening this week. We're meeting clients, getting things ready for this weekend. And then my mom was still in the hospital, and then she was going to get transferred, and we didn't know what day. And all of a sudden, it just all happened, and it was just like all this, and then trying to get her settled into the rehab. I was getting stressed out with that, because sometimes they tell you something, and they kind of just like have you waiting around. Like, I mean, I don't mind it. Obviously, I want to be there for her, but I was like, oh my God, I thought I was going to be able to leave by now because I had to go do this and do that.
I know.
At our work.
When we were going to, when that plumber that went the day before had I messaged him in the morning, and then he messaged me back. He was like, I'll let you know what time I'll go. But he didn't message me, and he didn't let me know until he was like on his way. He's like, I'm on my way to you. And it was like at the time when I was supposed to meet some clients, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to make it. We'll have to wait another day.
And then you wanted me to go, but
he had just waiting. He was just waiting for the rehab with my mother-in-law.
Just literally transferring her over, and I'm like, I don't want. She's coherent and everything, but I didn't want her to be going through all that by herself, and then like her stuff and blah blah blah, and in case something that she doesn't understand for some
And then
reason.
sure enough, you had to fill in all this paperwork that she wouldn't have understood, like what they were saying. And I feel like that's what I don't like about hospitals and rehabs and stuff. They give the patients some of this paperwork that they don't know what they're signing,
and then they don't want to ask questions because they feel like they don't have the right to, or they don't want to bother the person. But I always tell her, if you have a question, we need to make sure you speak loud and make sure you understand what they're giving you as a response. Or if you don't know what they're trying to explain, just let them know, like, can you explain that again, because I don't understand. And a lot of the times they don't mind doing it. it's just, they assume that you understood because you didn't question anything.
Yep. And my mother-in-law's really soft-spoken. So
I always have to tell her to speak loud.
Yeah, because then you won't you'll be able to barely understand her, especially people that don't know her. Though I feel like they'll just nod and be like, okay, like, and then you really hear what she said.
Mm-hmm. We're already used to it, but other people are not.
I feel like I've eaten more wings. I've only been five. It's only been 5. 6 with this one.
Well, I'm almost done with my. I have 2 left after this one. So yeah, that was not something we had on our bingo cards as far as the water heater drama.
I know. Fortunately, we've had several people sign contracts with the business this week, so we've been blessed with that. Thank God.
I'm trying to cross my fingers, but they're dirty.
Today I had 2. Yesterday I had 1, right?
Was it yesterday or the day before?
It was yesterday.
Yeah. So we're always grateful whenever anybody wants to go see the venue, we'll show it to them immediately or as soon as possible to their convenience, because we're hoping that they're gonna like it and sign.
And fingers crossed, tomorrow we have somebody else going in.
I've had to learn how to speak very calmly, learn to pause, because I'm usually talk really fast. But somebody that like right now, somebody that usually I converse with and I'm already familiar with, I carry a conversation really fast in Spanish or English. But when it's a client and there's a lot of information to go over, details, answering their questions, or bringing up stuff that other clients have brought up to us, and we kind of just repeat the general thought. And I always say when I'm done with everything, I'm like, it's a lot of information to go over. You're probably still processing it, but do you have any questions at the moment?
If you do, don't bother me.
No. And they always laugh because I'm like, I'm always trying to make sure I just speak very steady.
Yeah, what I want him to do is we're both pretty fluent, me more than him, but with our Spanish or with his Spanish. So,
No, I speak Spanish with the clients.
Yeah, but you prefer me to do it when I'm there.
Yeah, it's sometimes I get nervous with, even though I speak Spanish, I feel pretty well. I get nervous with certain clients because I feel like maybe they're just a little bit more uppity. Because within our culture, I feel like you have your very hardcore, true Spanish-speaking people, and sometimes they use very proper words, and they're very just grade A.
I try to make sure I use very proper Spanish.
And then you kind of have different levels, and then you have your complete Spanglish, Tex-Mex person, or the middle ones who do speak pretty fluid Spanish like I do, but I get tripped over certain words, and I'm like, and I have to throw in an English word and hope that they understand what I mean, because I don't know how to say that in Spanish. But yeah, I kind of fall in the middle. So whether it's middle or lower, I feel comfortable. Anybody higher, I'm like, oh, fine, I guess I'll do it.
It's funny you bring that up, or that we're talking about this now, because for a while I've been thinking that we're going to do an all Spanish speaking video.
Oh.
So, coming up, that's what we're going to do. We're going to speak nothing but Spanish. Now do some little trivias for you.
Trivias?
See what certain things mean in English or in Spanish.
I wonder if there's some people who take all the wing off the traditional bone, then eat it on the side with a fork or with their hands, or a lot of people just bite it.
I used to eat it with a fork because I didn't like getting my fingers super oily or greasy, so I would stick the fork in between
and pull it.
Pull it. That's why I guess I get. Oh my God! I'm sorry. I got used to eating the
drumsticks?
The drumsticks, because you can just kind of stick it in there. And I saw this video of a girl who put the flat in her mouth and just pulled it out.
I know. I was trying to do that right now. It didn't happen.
That's when you know it's a really good.
Oh, she's got talent, honey.
was gonna say the chicken, but yeah, her too. Put some of the wings in the other one. Imagine, I mean, people do it, people can, but imagine eating like 40 wings, guys. I mean, this is obviously has to be like a family thing. I think if we had kids.
Okay, I'm not gonna eat the last one just because I'm gonna put it in my. Hey guys, honestly, I'd probably been full like 4 weeks ago, but I'm still going and going. And
I was full before
my mind just stopped.
Before I ate the last one, but since it was like the only one there and it had a ranch already, I was like, ooh, I'll eat it.
I have another.
Time out. So I'm going to blow my nose. I feel like I'm so loud for that.
Well, I think everybody's. I feel like you have to be loud if you want to get your mocos out.
Look, my little jersey, little Ariel jersey. Oh my gosh, I feel so full.
Guys, see, I shouldn't have gotten the dip. I've barely been touching.
No.
I'm telling you, like I usually just like the dip for the
fries.
Wings.
I mean, for the fries. Mixed together. That's really good.
I love the little scent of like the vinegar. It's so yummy.
We're gonna take a little break and then we'll see you guys after the movie.
Remember watching Ballerina.
We're out. What'd you think?
It was badass. The movie was so good. Like
I know, my baby was like, he was like, he almost screamed. He's a screamer, guys.
Yeah.
So he almost screamed a couple
there
of
were
times.
like a lot of parts that
all you
people
hear
were popping
him saying was like, "Oh shit, oh shit," and I was like, "Oh shit, shut up!" No, but it was a really good movie. Obviously, what you would expect from a John Wick universe movie. So it's pretty awesome. I love that they
didn't hold back with her character.
Yeah, they
like,
went
they
all
were
out with
all out
everything with her. So there is anticipation of making, I think, a trilogy on it. So
I can
obviously
see it because it's
the cliffhanger on it is like very John Wick, like the way John Wick movies.
There's gonna be another one.
So it was great. Her acting is really good. She's so pretty, man.
Super pretty.
She's so pretty.
If it's rumors are true, she might be our new Wonder Woman. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's between her and Asa.
Which is she's just as good too. So it's like.
From what we've heard,
yeah.
allegedly.
But or maybe me.
But I think she's so sure. But I think she's so pretty, and I think they did such a good job. Angelica Hudson comes out in this movie because she's
a lot more than the other ones, I think.
Yeah, because I think this is her universe, I guess. So, and I mean, she's in all the most of the John Wick movies. I think she starts in the second one, or the first one. I don't remember. And now I want to get home and watch the John Wick movies because all I keep thinking, because I'm a big Fortnite fan and I play Fortnite a lot. All I keep thinking was like Fortnite.
I've always loved, like, even when I was like little, I've always loved those movies where like the femme fatale, like there's always like a beautiful woman and she's killing everybody.
I think as far as like movies that are like kicking ass and like killing and all that stuff, like action movies, to me it grabs more of my attention when it's a woman. Like I love Tomb Raider and like I Resident Evil, like everything that has to do like with a female lead. I feel, maybe because I'm gay, but I feel like that's like my like thing. Like I love it the most.
That I remember,
Resident Evil. I mean, Underworld.
Yeah, all those
like I love that.
The lead is the woman. But the movie that I remember when I was little that got me into like all these type of films is the movie with, I think it was not Jodie Foster. It's another lady. I can't remember her name right now. But The Edge of No Return. It's very much like that. Like yeah, like she's like a druggie, and then they like pick her up and they clean her up and then they train her.
Yeah, it's with that actress. She doesn't act anymore.
Yeah. I always get her confused with Jodie Foster. Yeah.
She looks like her. She was really good in a lot of those movies because she was in one. I think it's that one where she was a drug. She was a drug addict and then made her like an assassin. Yeah. I think she's. That
was like the very. I always remember that movie that led me into all these different movies, but. Guys, the movie is double thumbs up. Especially if you're a John Wick fan, go see it.
Yeah.
If you're an action fan, go see it. If you just want to see a girl kick some ass, go see it. If you like guns, unfortunately, go see it.
You like ballerinas? Go see it.
Ballerinas that go crazy and shoot everybody. Go see it.
So Ballerina, 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5.
It's so good.
So it's a really, really good movie. I mean, honestly, it's what we would expect.
Yeah. And from John Wick comes out in it quite a bit more than the trailer shows.
More than we expected.
Yeah.
So they do have a good fighting scene, and it's pretty awesome. But that is it for today's video, guys.
Ready to eat the rest of my wings when we get home. Yummy, yum, yum.
We'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, don't forget to...
Yeah. But before we leave, make sure you subscribe to our channel.
Like our video.
And click the little bell to get a notification every time we upload a new video.
Now. Bye. We'll see you in the next one.